Alright, so here we have an Acer Aspire 3830tg-6431. I'm not sure if it'll work for similar models, but as long as you have this one, you'll be good. So here we're going to replace the screen. Obviously you can see when you longboard with a laptop in your backpack, it doesn't go so well. So what you need is a Phillips head screwdriver, and then if you have a tiny screwdriver, that'd be better, but I don't, so I'm just using the edge of my knife. Basically what we're going to do here, start with taking these stickers off, and there's a screw underneath, and then there's four other screws underneath this panel. And then there's the cable to this camera, and the cable down here that goes to the screen. Alright, so once you get your sticker off, I'll show you on this side real quick. You just take that off with the sharp object. Try not to scratch your plastic here, but essentially there's just a tiny screw in there. Take that off, one on each side. Alright, now try to find a open spot on this in a gap here, and there's just plastic clips that hold this in. You're going to want to be pretty gentle with it, so take your time. You can use a flat edge, kind of run it along, and it should just pop right off. It'll get tricky at the bottom, so I'd suggest getting all the top parts off first. Work from the bottom, and it'll come off easier down in these corners. But there's your screen in all its glory. Now there's only 4 screws. There's 2 up here. Don't get it confused with this one. It's actually the tinier ones. If you just look on the screen, this is mounted on the screen. And then there's one down here too. So if you have a tiny screwdriver, it'd be better, but again, a knife will work. These love to fall inside your computer, so be careful when you get to the end. If you have a magnet, that'd probably be the best. There we go. Alright, so now you have your 4 screws out. What you want to do is gently lift on the screen, and it's going to be connected here. So actually, You have two ways of doing it. This cable is actually taped on to the back of the screen, so if you pull too hard it might pull this off. So I would suggest just trying to get this off first. It's kind of a strange clip, but if you get to the side of it on both sides with your fingernail or anything that will work, and it should come off. Okay. So like I said, it's kind of taped onto the back. You don't want to take that off. And this part was very painful. They sure do have a lot of sticky tape on here. You have to take this off because that's where the cable connects to your screen. I already did it once, so it's a lot easier. And you see why they tape it on, because it's not a very solid connection, but well, there it is. You got your screen, the model number. Hopefully it corresponds to that. It might be a little different depending on when you get your computer. I got mine in 2011 in the fall, so I think it's version 2. But anyways, you get your new screen, and moment of truth, do these match up? Yeah, this is a same model number, so let's hope it works. Alright, so get your tape all peeled back and put the new screen on. It's kind of a tricky connection, so it kind of just slides in into place. Are you able to get it? Yeah. And then you're going to want to put this, I would say stick it on to basically put it in place. Reconnect it up. So a couple of key things when you're putting it back. Make sure this cord here is not jamming on the other side. So keep it on the back edge. And then try to make that line up with your foam spacers. And then as you set it in place, it should all line up with these screw holes here. Alright, now all you have to do is just put the screws back in. Alright, so as you can see, I put the 4 screws back in, and I did have to replace the tape. It wasn't really holding very well anymore, so I just used some duct tape. At this point, just go ahead and turn it on. It's not going to hurt it. It's just all cosmetic from here on out. And there you go. Your screen is working. So now you're just going to put this plastic casing back on. Should snap into place. I would suggest putting the bottom on first, because that's the tricky part.